Hi there, Gal Level here, full-time content creator, professional procrastinator, warrior at winging it. I've been meaning to make a video about this for a while now, but it's been kind of difficult because I basically built up a community of pure Twitch streamers on this channel. So everything I talk about has to do with being a full-time Twitch streamer, but I am not a full-time Twitch streamer. I'm a full-time YouTuber. So in this video, I want to talk about planning and scheduling, and I'm going to talk about all the nuances of maybe between full-time YouTube and full-time Twitch. So take everything with a grain of salt. I am not personally a full-time Twitch streamer, but I do feel like there's a lot of information that I need to communicate with you guys. Now, the big obstacle when it comes to giving general advice about scheduling and planning is that most people still have a full-time daily job. So not every advice will apply to you, but I'm gonna do my best in order to talk about multiple situations that you might possibly be in. This video is not scripted, just like any of my other videos. So I hope you guys are excited for the rest of the blah 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 coming up after a message from our sponsor. Hey you, are you looking for emotes? Then you need to check out Own's Emote Maker. Check this out. In a couple of clicks, I create one character and then Own generates the rest. All you gotta do is go to own.gg/gallevel, hover over sub emote in badges and click Emote Maker. So try it out. That is own3d.gg/gallevel. Alright, so as I said, I'm a full-time YouTuber, so I plan everything around YouTube. But I don't want this video to be like, hey, this is what Gal Level does, you need to do exactly that. If anything, I want this video to be a reminder for myself for things that I should be doing that I am not really. I am definitely not working at the highest of my potential. So this video is gonna be good for you, it's gonna be good for me too. Alright, I believe the first step for any type of scheduling or planning is going to be the end goal. You need to think about the end goal first. Of course, you don't need anything to be defined. We are talking about content creation here. Nothing is promised. Nothing is an exact science. It's not math. This is more like sociology, and then sprinkle in a little bit of psychology into it. Actually pour the whole vase of psychology into it. So I believe that the end goal that you are going to think about has to do with your current position. If you are at your parents' house still, you're not going to have the same goals as someone who recently lost their job and have 2 kids and a mortgage to pay. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. But we can all agree here that if you're watching this video, that's the goal, is to be a content creator, but it's not a destination. It's a journey. So the goal could be to still have your full freedom while also making a living out of your passion. For example, that would require you to really think about how you would plan stuff. Because if you want to have full freedom, for example, one of my things is that I wanted to be able to travel whenever I wanted without having to ask anyone, without having to go to my boss and be like, hey boss, can I take this day? And then they're like, no, you know, it's Christmas, we have a lot of customers, you can't go on vacation. I did not want that to happen. So I planned everything around my freedom. This is also why I do not have an exclusive contract with any sponsors. I am still technically a free agent. Another goal that you might have if you're younger, I guess, is to prove to everyone around you that this could be a possible career, like a real career. And usually, as soon as you start making a little bit more than minimum wage with your passion, this will convince people. For example, if you're a competitive gamer, your goal might be to be signed with like a team where you compete online, offline, while also being a content creator on the side. For me personally, I wanted to keep my freedom. I wanted to not have to work every single day. Basically, I wanted to be able to wake up in the morning and be like, I don't feel today, I'll work tomorrow. And I wanted to create content that would allow me to expand whatever I was doing, basically. So that's it for the goal. Let's talk about actual scheduling, and this time we need to take some concrete examples. For example, YouTuber or more of a live streamer, and for that we're gonna have to pull up a weekly calendar. All right, so that's just an image that I found on Google. One thing you can do is do this like an Excel spreadsheet if you want to actually plan it and have it visible so you never lose track of what you're supposed to be doing. But here I'm in Photoshop and I'm just gonna write stuff down. Now, before writing anything in your weekly plan, you need to know what type of content are you currently making, or what type of content that you want to make. You need to have a good grasp on what you provide as a content creator. And then from there, you can fill out basically the holes of, oh, I should be doing this that I'm not doing right now, or maybe I should use this in order to do that and expand a little bit more. Let's take live streaming for an example. Let's make a weekly plan for a live streamer. Now we can start with the big misconception, okay? We're gonna pick purple for Twitch, and let's say that You might think that streaming every single day as long as you can is the best plan in order to grow fast. You might be going like this. Not a good idea. Not a good idea if you want it to be sustainable in the long term. Someone who streams like this ever since they started is someone who's going to waste a lot of time. When it comes to what I've witnessed personally, those are usually the people who stream for 3 years and still have the exact same viewer count. Of course, there's no rules. You can do whatever you want and be extremely successful, but this is just what I've witnessed. Something that's very, very important to think about, especially as a live streamer, is your mental health. I would recommend you taking Saturdays and Sundays off, because I'm guessing if you have a friend circle that they have normal jobs where they are free on Saturdays and Sundays. So if you have to take that time to actually hang out with your friends, please take it. There's no grind worth giving up your social life completely. Now you're left with 5 days. What do you do the 5 days? Let's talk about streaming. Okay, so streaming, you're streaming whatever game for now. We're not gonna go into specifics for now, but let's say, okay, Monday, you stream. Of course, if you're just starting, I would recommend you stream at different times just to see where you have the most success or where you connect the most with people. If you're streaming at a particular time and then 20 minutes into your stream, everyone is telling you, okay, dude, that was fun, I'm going to bed now, you're probably not streaming at the optimal time zone that you should, basically. I would recommend streaming 3 times a week because that gives you Tuesday and Thursdays to do some actual good work that will allow you to have a better Twitch experience overall. So exactly at what time you should stream, that's for you to figure out by testing and testing over and over again. I know people who went from 20 viewers average to 100 viewers average just because they were like, I'm gonna wake up early and stream now. Now understand, if you have a 9 to 5, that's probably not possible for you, but I'm just saying. Okay, now how long should you stream for? Usually people say that 3 hours is kind of like the minimum for an impactful stream, for letting people find the time to find you on Twitch, for example, and this applies for YouTube streaming and all of the live streaming platforms too, but we're focusing on Twitch here. 3 hours gives people who are randomly looking around Twitch time to find you and talk to you and maybe get accustomed to you a little bit and follow you. When you post that you're going live anywhere from Discord, Instagram, Twitter, most of the people will click on your link while you're offline. If you only stream 1 hour, for example, by the time anyone sees it and clicks on it, you're not gonna have a lot of traffic while you're live. I would sometimes, for certain people, actually recommend you not stream more than 3 hours because of your energy. A lot of people lose the energy over time. First hour is dope, second hour is super energetic, third hour, okay, the back is starting to hurt, you're starting to develop a headache, your voice is getting dry because you've been talking for the past 2 hours, and I'm talking like optimal, super entertaining stream. And then the fourth hour, like you're pretty much drained, and then 5 hours you're drained. That depends on the person. Of course, someone's gonna type XQC's name in my chat and tell me, no, XQC can go 24 hours, and are you XQC? Oh yes, you're XQC, okay, my bad then. This doesn't apply to you. But yeah, contrary to popular belief, if you haven't started streaming yet, streaming is very exhausting. Having all the lights on and a camera on you can get you tensed. It still happens to me. So that's 3 times a day, 3 hours. That is 9 hours. Of course, you can stream more, 4 hours, great, 5 hours, great. If you can keep up that energy and like the end of your stream, it's not like super boring because you're half dead. Now, streaming is pretty much half the battle when it comes to being a full-time live streamer or trying to be a full-time live streamer. Now you have those 2 days and you might be wondering, what do I do during those 2 days? We'll get to that. But one thing to keep in mind is that after you stream, your stream is not done. Your stream is going to be the main source, the main platform, the main content that you produce. And then you have to do all the little things on the side in order to bring traffic to that source. So I'm going to suggest you have a Twitter and a TikTok account. If you don't want to have a TikTok account, that's fine. Well, that's not really fine, but do what you got to do. My experience with the community is that a lot of live streamers hate TikTok for some reason. But yeah, content creators who hate content platform, it's kind of weird, but let's say this is Twitter. Let's put TikTok here. And that's TikTok. And the thing here is that you want to transform one content into multiple other contents. And of course, we're going to be talking about Twitch clips. We're going to be talking about Twitch VODs. So what we want is the Twitch clips is that after streaming, you hopefully have a bunch of Twitch clips, right? You're going to have a VOD, of course, activate the Story Pass broadcast. You're going to have a VOD and you want to have content for that from that stream to be able to post on Twitter, not necessarily directly after the stream, but you can store that. You can definitely store that. And what you want is to have as many clips as possible. If you have a solid 4-hour, 5-hour stream, hopefully you can get a good 10 clips out of that. Now, if you have a couple of viewers, what you can do if you want to have a bunch of clips is remind them to take the clips. If something funny happens, if there's a glitch in the game, if there's something unusual that happens, if you get spooked, anything, not just good gameplay. First of all, I gotta go through everything if I want to explain this right. No one cares about your gameplay that much, okay? Sharing you winning at a battle royale game is not interesting anymore. Maybe it was when Fortnite first came out, but it's not as interesting as you might think. Of course, if you clutched and you did something good, clip it, clip it, use that. But keep in mind that this is not the best way of representing your live stream, because this thing, you clipped it, you're so proud of it because it doesn't happen often. But you cracking jokes, you playing pranks on your friends, you laughing and having a good time, that happens more often than you doing some godlike gameplay. And that is way more interesting to see in a clip that you share on social media than anything else. Another tip I have is to create some folders. I have a bunch of folders I started doing this in 2020, and I have all those folders, 2019 actually, from different months. I basically take the best clips of a particular month and I have that in a separate folder. So whenever I want to share it, whenever I want to use it and post it on any social media platform, I can use that. Now here's the thing. You don't need to use all 10 clips. As I said, you can create just a folder, but you can use those as going live posts, for example. People seem to struggle a lot with their going live posts. You being like, hey, grinding with my friends, and then just their Twitch link is not sufficient. It doesn't help you stand out. It's not eye-catching. It's not interesting. You're just blending in. You don't want to blend in. You want to stand out. On top of that, social media algorithms tend to favorize video content way more than any other content. A platform such as Facebook, for example, if you just post your Twitch link, it's going to do everything it can to suppress it, to not show it to anyone. Whereas if you post a video, they tend to have 125% or something like that, more likely to to get engagement. So do yourself a favor, post a clip. But if you're doing this at every single stream, you're getting 10 clips. That is already 30 tiny videos per week. 30. Now, whether you love TikTok or you hate it, I would suggest the lazy form of creating content for that platform is to get those clips, put them all through like a little platform such as Combo. You can use Cross-Clip from Streamlabs. You can use whatever. You can use basically something that's going to take that clip and format it for a TikTok format. So that portrait mode, okay? So whether you like the platform or you don't want to be, scrolling by and liking stuff, it doesn't matter. Create an account, start posting. So I'm going to write down the 10 clips. Now that is the lazy version, okay? You finish your stream, you have 10 clips. If you don't have anyone taking the clips, you can also set up a keyboard shortcut to take timers. You can put that in your Twitch dashboard where you can just click to put a timer, like a time stamp, basically where you can go back and then take your clips on your own. You don't need people taking clips. I don't want to see comments, yeah, but no one takes clips on my channel either. I still have clips. How? If something really important happened during that stream, you can highlight it, and that will give you more long form content. For example, if you want to go to Instagram and post like IGTVs or normal video posts last up to 1 minute or 2 minutes, you can do that. So on Monday, what you did was stream for a couple of hours and then saved 10 clips. So you not only live streamed that day, but you also spent some time with the community, bonding with them, hopefully getting new followers and getting to know more people. But on top of that, you also have solid, concrete content that you can publish during the next days or even the same day. I would advise you post like one clip somewhere every day, straight up. So after the stream, once you saved all your clips, pick your favorite clip and then post it on Twitter or on Instagram if that's your thing. You can also post it on TikTok, so that makes you make pretty much one post per day, but you have 10, so you still have 9 that you haven't touched yet. So what can you do on Tuesdays, for example? I would say on Tuesdays, what you can do is work on other stuff. First of all, we're going to put YouTube not just to create YouTube videos, but also to learn about social media marketing, learn about high engagement posts and all the things that you can do to basically make you work smarter when it comes to advertising your live stream. The goal is still to be a full-time live streamer, but you can't neglect the platforms that have the most people on them, basically. So here, you're going to be mostly learning when you're starting out, okay? And I would suggest you learn about not only digital marketing, but also video editing. For example, pick your favorite free video editing software. It doesn't even have to be on desktop. It can be on mobile. I, for example, use something called InShot, and I love this software. Sometimes it's easier for me to edit on my phone than it is on my computer. So if you're starting out, definitely learn about video editing and practice. If you just want to learn and you don't want to practice yet, that's completely fine. But as long as you're taking this time to really learn and also do some work on other social media. For example, if you're going to practice video editing, you could use those clips in order to practice. One cool practice to do is, for example, place some captions on your video, some funny captions, or integrate some memes into one of your favorite clips from the past day. Okay, so you already posted one video on Twitter and one on TikTok. And since you have 10 clips, you pick your second favorite, or maybe the favorite, you can interchange them. I don't care. You can edit about 5 clips. If you don't have a channel trailer, for example, you can work on that day. And of course, you're still gonna have to post at least one on Twitter and pretty much the exact same one if you want on TikTok. Of course, if you want to add Instagram to the lot, if you're more of a Facebook person, you can interchange those platforms as much as you want. Although Twitter is something that I definitely recommend. Something on Twitter is that you need to definitely have an account that feels personal-ish and public-ish, but you need to have an account that doesn't feel like a spam account. Don't have your Twitter account only retweet giveaways and retweet other people. You need to tweet. If you're thinking of something, tweet about it. Make sure it's not too controversial or anything, because Twitter will eat you alive if you do that. But think about your target audience and basically have a conversation as if you were having an open conversation with your target audience. My target audience is streamers. Your target audience might be viewers who also play video games. If it's a specific video game, it's even easier. Go follow the hashtags, like the trends, the threads about the specific video games. And then Twitter, on mobile at least, will always show you like trending tweets about this specific topic. And then you can interject, you can talk about it, you can share your passion with other people, because that's what it's all about. So now on Tuesday, you have 5 clips that are edited that should be like higher quality clips. So they will stand out more than, for example, the one that you posted on Monday. But if we overlap the time, you will technically have enough clips that are all pretty much high quality and well edited in order to stand out compared to people who will just, copy paste the clip on a platform. You can even do a recap of the stream if you want that additionally, but that's a lot of work. I can understand if you don't want to do that. That's completely fine. So that's Tuesday. You spent your time learning. So you watch a couple tutorials on social media marketing, how to get engagement posts, maybe how to get more followers on those social media, and how to connect with people. Maybe you watch my tutorials during that time. That's completely fine. And then I suggest video editing, learning about video editing, but also practicing, but practice in a way to be efficient. Don't just try to do crazier and crazier techniques of video editing. Cut stuff and then put some captions. I have tutorials on how to do that. That's really, really all you need. You don't need to learn special effects. Your cool 2006 slow-mo montage of headshots and stuff like, no one cares. Straight up, no one cares right now. Because we've seen it. We've seen it all. I'd rather see a clip of you laughing with your friends and actually having a good time than you clutching. The goal here is to really push your personality and the atmosphere that you have on your stream. So on that second day, you are smarter. You are even smarter because you practice. And on top of that, you have content that you can post on whatever platform you choose to post on for the rest of the week. You have 5 clips edited right now. And again, don't go wild when it comes to the clips. Don't try to edit a full 15-minute video. No, 30 seconds, 15 seconds if you have to. Sometimes I edit stuff just so they can fit on my Instagram story, which is 15 seconds. So let's call it a day. I would suggest, if you're really full-time and if you don't have a day job, I would definitely suggest you do more than that, but that's completely fine. We're gonna do the rest on Thursday, sorry. So Wednesday, you do the same thing, except at the end of Wednesday, you also have 10 clips. Wow, that is so many clips. At this point, we're never going to run out of content to post. At least short form content, right? So once again, you pick your favorite one and you post it raw. You don't have to edit this one. You can just pass it through once, as I said, combo or cross clip, something that will reformat the clip for TikTok, and then you just post that one. So this one is less edited, completely fine. If you are like me, I have an app called Caption that will add automatic captions. So it's not the funny, cool looking captions, but it will caption everything. It's really important to think about accessibility when you're posting content so you don't limit your viewership. Now, if everything went well, on Monday and Tuesday, you posted one clip to Twitter and a second clip to Twitter on Tuesday, right? Same clip on TikTok. So that's 4 videos posted. It's 2 clips, but 2 times Twitter, 2 times on TikTok. Hopefully you get a little bit of visibility. Maybe the first week you're not gonna see people come in your chat and tell you, hey, I came in from TikTok or Twitter. But if any of those videos start getting some traction, you will definitely get people coming in from TikTok, coming in from Twitter, telling you, hey, I came from TikTok, I saw your TikTok, blah, blah, blah. Now let's talk about Thursday. Now this is gonna be kind of tricky because Thursday, I wanna put YouTube again, but it's gonna be a different context of YouTube. If you're not interested at all in the thing that I'm about to say, you should definitely consider it, at least in the future. If you're starting out, I can understand that this is definitely too much. But I would like for you to consider creating content that is YouTube exclusive, right? And when I say creating content that is YouTube exclusive, you will realize that I didn't tell you to post your clips to YouTube. You could, you really could. But the way that YouTube is set up right now and the saturation that YouTube has, most likely your Twitch clips raw or even edited with some stuff is not necessarily going to get the traction you want to actually blow up and have a sustainable channel on YouTube. You could, especially with the arrival of YouTube Shorts. So after you format them for TikTok, you can also upload them as YouTube Shorts to your YouTube. You can do that straight from your phone. You don't even, no effort. But I recommend you actually working on a YouTube channel that will be on the long run, pretty much self-sustainable in a way. Actually, self-sustainable is not the good wording that I mean. Basically, this will be a source of income also, as well as your Twitch channel. And if you're blowing up on TikTok, for example, thanks to your clips, your well-edited clips, you might also get a source of income from that, because if you grow a big following, companies will reach out to you and they'll want to pay you to make specific TikToks for them. Now that's up to you to accept or not. So here, I want an actual channel that doesn't necessarily directly correlate with your content on Twitch. And there's different method to basically guarantee in a way, okay, quote unquote, guarantee that it's gonna work. And it's by applying proven methods, okay? My easiest advice for proven method that works is educational content, but don't be scared when I say educational content. You're not gonna be a professor or a guru or whatever. But for example, my girlfriend started playing Stardew Valley and a lot of people gave her a bunch of tips. And if she makes a video that is like, hey, 10 tips from my viewers on Stardew Valley, or 10 Stardew Valley tips. This is stuff that people are constantly searching for. So basically making content for the search bar. And there's different ways of doing it. I'm not going to get into it, but basically creating content that you know a lot of people are looking for this all the time. And in order to start, you don't have to be a professional at the game. When Apex came out, I've seen channels literally word for word just explain to you what you would be doing on the tutorial level. Yeah, things like hold right click in order to aim. And those videos get 175,000 views. Because if you post it fast enough, around the first week of the game coming out, people are looking that stuff up. Now, if you're scared, because your brain is going to be coming up with excuses there, I know that. Your brain's going to be like, yeah, but I don't know much. I'm not a professional at the game that I play. Look it up. Look it up. Find a Reddit thread that give a bunch of tips on the video game that you play. Write it down. Make a video about it. Of course, test it. If you can provide footage, it's even better. Hey, remember you spent your Tuesdays learning about video editing? You got this. Don't do anything fancy. No transitions. No fancy captions, no meme integrations, no sound effects, just you speaking with decent audio and just jump cut everything. That's what I do. The video you're watching right now is literally this. So that's the easy peasy method. Educational content about whatever that has, a fan base that people are actually looking for. It's pretty much guaranteed to work if you do it properly, of course. Another method is to take a concept that already exists and apply it to your specific niche. So niche here will probably be like a specific video game again. I watch a channel called Defend the House, and they came up with Mythbusters for video games, for popular FPS games. And I don't even play most of the games that they make those videos from, and I still watch it because it's so entertaining. So they'll go on Reddit, for example, or I don't know where they get their questions, but people will be like, hey, you can do this, you can do that. And they basically test it, and they'll say, hey, myth busted, or plausible, or it's true. Once again, this works really well with when a game just came out, but even if the game didn't come out recently, as long as it has a fan base of people looking stuff up, you will get suggested in their video feed at some point on YouTube. Now, whether it's purely entertaining or educational, I guess like the whole Mythbusters thing is kind of educational in a way too. People will feel gratitude. That's the main feeling that people will have when they watch your videos, meaning that they will be more inclined to clicking on your Twitch, especially if you announce that you stream on that channel. People will come to your stream. I followed so many streamers just because I saw them on YouTube. So on Thursday, take it easy. If you're starting, I would take the time to plan this a little bit. Maybe come up with video ideas. Maybe look up, do some research. Let's put that in. Do some competitive research. Take a look at what other people are doing. It's not a bad thing. I'm not saying you should plagiarize, but it's not a bad thing if you watch a bunch of tutorials or you watch a bunch of videos and then you just create your own video with your own sauce. Maybe people prefer hearing you explain stuff than anyone else. Now, if you've done this a couple of weeks and you've done your research, you started the channel, you have one video maybe, or you don't have a video, maybe it's time to actually shoot your first video. Now, the whole thing with creating content is shoot, write, edit. Wait, shoot, write, edit. No, it's write, shoot, edit, repeat. I don't write anything, but also I spend a lot of time developing my ability to record without writing anything. And that brings us back to when I said to practice your video editing. And what I mean by practice your video editing is not necessarily learning more effects, more cool stuff. It's really being efficient. Okay, you know how to cut something. You press C, you click one part, you click on the other part that you want to delete, you press V, you select it, and then you press delete, that deletes it. You click on the middle part, it becomes white, and then you delete it. Boom. Okay, cool. You know how to do this. This is your very first video that you're editing, but there must be an easier way, a faster way of doing it. And this is where you're going to learn to add edit. It's going to cut wherever you put the playhead, and then you're going to put the playhead wherever else, and then you're going to trim to the previous selection. And that's two buttons that do all of the steps that I mentioned previously. Watch my video on how I edit videos, or video editing is not hard. I don't remember what I called it, but anyways, shoot, edit. And if you have some time on Saturday, this is where you can work on stuff like thumbnails. If you don't have time Saturday, Sunday, that's completely fine, especially like, if you have a family you need to take care of and stuff like that, you can take the whole day off. But we keep like very, very small stuff here. On Sunday, you can schedule posts if you want to. Some people will schedule their Twitter posts. There's a bunch of, easy Twitter engagement bait posts that you can just all write in one day, and then it covers you for a month, or it covers you for a week at least. Now, for Instagram, for example, there's an app called Later that you can also schedule your Instagram posts. Instagram posts are basically the worst thing that you can do on Instagram. It's the least enjoyable experience. Stories are great. I think Reels are great, but everything else is just horrible. But you can schedule your posts, so you don't have to do them to think about them every day. So of course, here on Friday, 10 clips again. With time, you're gonna learn that there's specific times basically of the day where your clips get more views than others. This is just time. Like, there's no theory that's going to prepare you for that. It's like you have to test everything. You have to find your niche, your target audience. It all depends. But if you don't start, you'll never know. So you better start. And then, that will allow you to know when to post or when's the best time to post. Maybe posting a clip as a going live post, the previous clip of the previous date might help you get more views. Maybe that's the thing. Or maybe posting it as a standalone at a specific time. Maybe that might help you. For example, on Twitter, they might tell you, hey, you should use hashtags. Don't overdo it. If you're posting about like an indie game or something like that, tag the developers. If you play a single game, or if you have one game that you play a lot, make sure you tweet about the game, your thoughts about the game, something happened in the game, talk about it, Twitter, I can't believe I'm saying that, but Twitter is basically the most human platform right now. Instagram is full of bots. People will tell you to DM them. I mean, the bots will tell you to DM them. People will follow for follow. People have bots on their accounts that is automatically liking. So if you're getting engagement on Instagram, it's most of the time it's not real engagement. So no one is actually trying to connect with you. Whereas Twitter is where you can actually have conversations and you can actually share your passions. And people expect for your account to look like a human being is running it. So if you're only retweeting, going live, and your going lives are not even interesting, it's just your Twitch link, no clip attached to it, there's no content attached to it, and yeah, retweeting the giveaways, it's trash. It's it's trash. It's a trash account that no one will want to follow, because you wouldn't want to follow an account like that. One thing that I'm realizing here is that if I didn't know my audience better, I would definitely fill this week way more. But I'm also trying to take into account people who have full-time jobs, right? But please know that if I were to coach you personally, which I don't do, so don't ask me, I would put way more stuff in there, provided that you would be like a full-time content creator, right? So you don't have a 9 to 5, you spent your whole days creating content. And as a Twitch streamer, I think this is definitely pretty cool. If you want to squeeze in an extra stream in there, I won't blame you. Maybe on Sunday, maybe on Saturday, maybe it's a shorter stream. Or if you have like something specific, hey, on Saturdays we play horror games and I have a heart rate monitor and I have spooky alerts that day. I guess when it comes to monetizing, this is something you probably heard me say a lot. First of all, let me finish this. So I want you, after 3 hours, I want you to post one clip here, one clip there. So technically you post, and then here too, I guess, you can also post a clip. So right now you are creating 30 clips per week, and you are posting 1 clip per day on 2 platforms, which is basically 10 pieces of content almost everywhere, without even counting the live stream. Of course, if we're talking about the YouTube channel, this is where you might shoot, edit, but not post, because that might take you a lot of time if you're starting off. But the goal is to work on your workflow in order to be able to poop the content out very fast. And one day, especially on Thursday, you're not streaming, you're not bothering yourself by editing any clips. This is where you just create tiny pieces of content that can create an actual channel. Some people go the other route, like rather than having a YouTube channel, they'd prefer having a podcast, for example, that they don't edit at all. They just record it, and then the next week they just post it the way it is. That's completely fine. But basically, I think the lesson here is that this is a presence contest, right? You need to be all the time in people's faces. This is how you get quote unquote popular, right? If the goal here is to sustain making a living with live streaming, you definitely have to think about more stuff, but I don't know if I have time to get into it. But you definitely have to monetize your Twitch channel effectively, right? There should be sub perks, there should be donation perks, there should be bit perks, there should be widgets that encourage people to give bits or donate, maybe sound alerts and stuff like that, or just visual alerts. There should be giveaways. Just make sure you understand the rules about giveaways. You can't have people pay in order to participate in a giveaway. Keep that in mind. You could have maybe, I told you could squeeze a Sunday stream. Maybe it could be a sub-only stream. If you already have a community, don't do that if you're just starting, okay? Don't do sub-only stream if you're just starting. But you can do movie night. If you can use the Twitch movie, what is it called? Watch together, the blah, 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 where you can watch Amazon Prime movies together. You can do that on Sundays, for example. But the major goal here for you to understand is that one thing needs to feed the other. All right, let me get like a yellow here. The main thing is Twitch, right? And we want your Twitter presence to bring more people to your Twitch. We want your TikTok presence to bring more people to your Twitch. Don't even bother with a link, with a, what is it called? Linktree or whatever. Just put your Twitch link in there. If you're editing your videos, on Tuesday, you're editing your clips, let people know, hey, I also stream on Twitch, or just put a little icon with your Twitch handle in there. So don't let people have to guess that Twitch is your main thing. Plaster it everywhere. And by that, I mean everywhere that you're posting content on a discoverable platform. Don't plaster it on everyone's Discord. That never works. That straight up never ever works. Okay. And then the YouTube, the goal is to also bring people towards your Twitch. But on top of that, this and some green this time. If everything works well and you do it pretty well, you develop a certain workflow, this can make money, okay? This, obviously, it's your main thing. It should be making most of the money. And then this will also make money, right? Now, if you want to be extra and you want to add Instagram, but Instagram is so hard to grow on, I wouldn't advise it really. Especially if you're new to all of this, don't bother that much with Instagram. It's good to have one, post pictures of yourself, your setup and stuff like that, but don't bother too much. Don't grind Instagram. You're most likely going to be wasting your time, especially if you're the typical, I'm a Twitch streamer, I play Call of Duty Warzone. Don't do that. Don't do that. Now, with time, you will have those 3 sources of income. Now, how can you have even more sources of income? Because I'm talking about, sustainable, long run career and everything. You can have some affiliate. Links. Now, what I suggest you do, especially if you have a YouTube, is going to be super easy, but create an Amazon affiliate account. Okay. You will see under every Twitch stream, people have a spec tab where they tell you, whoa, this is my computer, this is the mic that I use. They brag about it, but you could also have that. And then someone clicks on the link, buys one of those products, and you make a little cut from it. The problem with affiliate links is that you're gonna get contacted. For example, on Instagram, maybe TikTok, you're gonna get contacted by every company and their mama is telling you, hey, you should become a brand ambassador and blah, blah, blah. Don't accept. Think really, really, really hard on exactly what you want to be an affiliate with, and that's it. For example, if you have a bunch of streamers, if you realize that you connected with a bunch of other streamers, a good affiliation that you can have is something like Owned or Nerd or Die, things that provide services to other streamers, for example, right? But the truth is, Amazon is kind of universal. Someone will hear the sound of your mic if you have a good one and will ask you, what mic is that? And then you can send them your affiliate link. If you have a cool looking camera, that happens to me all the time. People are like, wow, your camera is so crisp. What camera is that? I just send them an affiliate link from my Amazon. Of course, disclose to them, hey, this is an affiliate link. So that's one thing. You can play ads. You can play ads on Twitch as soon as you're affiliate, actually. And you'll be able to play ads on YouTube if you get in the partner program. Partner program is actually easier than most people might tell you, especially if you do your research and you make content that people are looking for. One single video might get you in the partner program if you're smart about it. So on top of already having 3 sources of income, congratulations, you have even more now. You have this and you have that. There are specific types of video games. Humble Bundle, this is a company that sells video games basically through Steam and everything else. You can become like a humble partner. So every time if you're playing a bunch of indie games and stuff like that, you can be like, hey, you can get this game. Here's my humble affiliate link. It's super easy to sign up for a lot of things. You might hear about a bunch of very popular services like ExpressVPN, NordVPN, and you might want to immediately go ahead and subscribe to those and thinking, oh wow, I'm gonna have an affiliate link for a VPN. The truth is, how many people in your chat are gonna want to have a VPN or be interested in that while they're there? Okay, listen, for the whole YouTube thing, we talked about coming up with a concept. We talked about making content that people are looking for, but there's something that I almost forgot to tell you about. There is an easy hack. It's not that easy really, but if you actually practice your video editing and, your cinematography, if you will, you can start doing tech reviews on your channel. If you start doing tech reviews and your tech reviews look really good, you will get contacted by a bunch of tech companies. All right. And if you get contacted by a bunch of tech companies, they will send you tech for free in exchange for a review, of course. And most YouTubers who start in the tech industry, they do that. Okay. I did that. A lot of other people do that. Right. And I get sent a lot of things. Most of my setup right now is stuff that I got for free. Now, it's not that I can't afford buying this stuff, but they sent it to me. So I don't need to be able to afford anything. And I can have content because I have new products to review all the time. Right now, I'm completely overwhelmed. As you can see, almost all of those Elgato products, I haven't even opened some of the boxes, and I want to make videos about them. I will make videos about them, for example. But while this is not directly a source of income, product reviews might be very, very helpful when it comes to acquiring more gear, improving the quality of your content, well, the visible or audible quality. If you're boring, you're boring. If you're boring with a 4K camera, you're still boring. And of course, since you're gonna review all those tech products, you can also have affiliate links related to the product. So if your community is interested, you can send the link. But I think that will do it. I think this is what I would advise a Twitch streamer who's starting out, who's trying to build something in order to become a career. This is where I would start. Clips are the key, pretty much. Clips, highlights, they are the key. And also learning about video editing. Believe it or not, video editing is really not hard. You're making it hard on yourself. If you know how to cut stuff and how to type text and then cut that text, you know everything you need in order to be one of the best streamers. Considering your content is amazing. Yeah, I think my schedule mostly looks like that. There's a lot of YouTube. The truth is, I'm always thinking about YouTube videos, even on, Tuesdays, Thursdays. I don't adhere to a specific schedule, which I should. I really should. But right now it's Monday while I'm recording this. I'm gonna edit it on Tuesday, so I'm technically working on YouTube. Post it on Tuesday. Wednesday, I'm going to be working on another YouTube video. I'm going to try to stream in between, but like Twitch is really not the thing where I keep a steady schedule. Also TikTok, I don't keep a steady schedule. I'm on Twitter every single day. I try to post every single day, multiple posts actually. I think I try to tweet about like 3 to 4 times a day. Instagram stories, at least I post, 4, 5, up to 10 per day. And yeah. I am wasting a lot of time with Instagram. I shouldn't be grinding. I'm not really grinding. I genuinely enjoy posting stories, but I should put more of that time into Twitter and also TikTok. That's me giving myself advice. You didn't have to listen to that. That's me. I'm going to watch this video while I'm editing and I'm going to be like, wow, you're right, Gil. And I should stream way more often. I should basically wake up early to do all of that stuff and then have some time to stream on the afternoon. Anyways, I went on for a while now. I don't know if I answered all the questions that you had. If you have more questions, you can definitely leave them in the comment section below. But this is basically what I came up with for a Twitch streamer as a weekly plan for someone who's trying to become a full-time content creator. As I said before, I kind of toned it down a little bit just to make sure that the work didn't feel too impressive and too intimidating. So this is mostly for beginners. If you want to be a veteran, if you really want to do everything right and you definitely have the time to do everything, I would definitely add way more. I would add absolutely more work to this and make sure that you utilize every single time slot that you have during those days. But I feel like this is a good beginning. Anyways, I'm tired of talking. If you're looking for some dope overlays to make your Twitch channel look good, you should go to gumroad.com/getlevel. This is where I keep them. A lot of them are free and the rest is very affordable. If you want to create like animated logos or animated starting soon screen, make them customizable where you can place your logo and everything, go to placeit.net. There will be a link in the description that will give you 15% off. So check it out. If you like that little light that's behind me, I made a video about it. Go check it out on my channel. And I gotta thank you for watching. I will see you guys next time. Go out there, make me proud, get level, out.